All right, everybody. All right, everybody. If it's Thursday night and it's 11 o'clock and you're up, you know it is the CEO of Cartel. I am your host, Scott Black. I'm the proprietor of this show. Of course, you know me. I am a entrepreneur. I'm a music publisher. I'm a pro wrestler. Anything entrepreneurial, I do. That's me. So that's why I started the show, the CEO Cartel. This is episode number 3, the Thanksgiving edition. So let's give thanks. Let's give thanks to God for letting us see another year. Let's give thanks to God for letting us see another day and another week, because there was a lot of people who was here last Thanksgiving that are not here this Thanksgiving. So if you've lost a loved one between last Thanksgiving and this Thanksgiving, my shout out and prayers go to you and your family. There are people who went to sleep last night. They didn't wake up today. They thought they was going to wake up and eat with their families, and it didn't happen. So this to show you how short life is and how short life can be. So I take each and every one of these Thursdays at 11 o'clock at night very, very seriously. So not only do I have this podcast, I also have one called The Nashville Caveman. Shout out to Dirty Damo. We do that podcast during the day now, every Tuesday from noon to 1 p.m. Central Time. That is every Tuesday from 1 p.m. noon to Central Time. 1 p.m. noon to 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going crazy. But today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. I know everybody's probably eating. Everybody has probably watched. Thank you. I know everybody's probably eating. Everybody has probably watched. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here. Okay, now I'm live now. Okay. This is the Thanksgiving edition, 2023. So I know everybody has eaten. Everybody has watched the football games. Everybody is spent with their families and all that good stuff. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving from us here at Off Top Radio. Happy Thanksgiving to all of us here at the CEO Cartel. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us from Off Top Record, Diced Out Productions, and Written Visions Holdings. We wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. So the night's over with. So what else you should be doing is hanging with Sky Black for just 1 hour. I just asked for 1 hour of your time from this podcast, the CEO Cartel. So let's talk about Thanksgiving. So every time I do a show, whatever I talk about has to have something to do with business, right? So when people say I want to be an entrepreneur, they usually say, well, I want to make more money. Why? Because the more money they make, the more time they have, right? The more time they have, the more time they can spend with their families, which is absolutely great. But one of the reasons people want to be entrepreneurs is today. Think about it. One of the major holidays that people sometimes don't get is Thanksgiving. Why? Because you have to work. See, when I was coming up, if you was not seniority, then you had to work every weekend and every holiday. All them old Betties that had been there 10, 15 years, they had every holiday off, every weekend off. And they knew this. So either you had to barter with somebody and say, hey, will you work this day for me? I'll work this day for you. Or you would have to go in and try to fill out the time off form and hope that somebody else don't fill it out the same time that you do. Because if they had more seniority, you was not going to get it. So that's one of the reasons why I started my companies, and one of the reasons why I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because I got tired of it. And I'm not like most of y'all. I mean, I don't sit around the dinner table with family, but I still just enjoy the thoughts of a holiday, the thoughts of Thanksgiving. That's what I really enjoy. And working for somebody was taking that joy away from me. Let's go back to a young Sky Black. Let's go back into the 1980s when there was really no such thing as third shift and everybody was closed on holidays, right? I remember Christmas Day getting my Christmas money and it sat in my pocket until the next day because nothing was open. McDonald's wasn't open. Burger King wasn't open. Kroger's wasn't open. We didn't have Walmart back then. We had what we call Mega Mart. Mega Mart wasn't open. The only thing that was open during holidays back in the 80s were essential stuff. Hospitals, certain gas stations, because certain truck drivers were still on the road, ambulances, the essential. Everything else was closed. People got time to spend with their families. They didn't have to worry about, I got to work Thanksgiving. I got to work Christmas. That was not an issue back when I was coming up. But now it is an issue. And then they wonder why so many people don't want to go out here and get a job. It's because, yes, I will come work for you, but I at least ask for some time off. The days that are important to me and my family is birthdays, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, and whatever else. Think about banks. Think about government jobs. They get 52 days a year off on the calendar. They get grandparents' day off, grandchildren day off, hug your dog days off. You know what I'm saying? They get all these little holidays, Earth Day, Green Day, all this stuff off. And this is why employees of the government last longer than private, because private people have gotten greedy. Thanksgiving is one of the reasons why so many people are becoming entrepreneurs, because you get tired of having to ask for that day or having to beg for that day off to go spend with your family. I give you the rest of the year, right? As an employee, I give you the rest of the year, my life. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, you're going to tell me, no, I can't spend time with my family. No, my people live on the other side of the United States. I can't go because I have to stay here and work for you. But I guarantee you that this is your company. And as the employer, you're probably spending time with your family. But as the employee, I have to come to work. Y'all think about that today. Think about how many people actually had to go to work. I mean, we know Chick-fil-A is closed every Sunday, so they closed today. But think about all the people who had to go to work that didn't need to be there. Let's go back to a young Sky Black. I was younger in the 80s, but I grew up a little bit in the 90s, right? Let's go back to that day. So I was working for White Castle, and the first time I ever in my life, I am like 18 years old, the first time I ever in my life that I had to work on Thanksgiving, I thought I was going to pass out. I had never in my life missed a Thanksgiving meal over my grandmama's house at all. But White Castle, this is 1998. Or sorry, 1997. And they said, no, we're not closed, we're open. I said, what'd you say? What did you just say to me? No, we're open and you have to work. I was like, are you serious? Who comes and eat White Castles on Thanksgiving? And they did. And it wasn't the type of people you thought, like homeless people here and there. There were actual families that came into White Castle on Thanksgiving and ate as if they were sitting at home eating a meal. And I knew right then and there, I wasn't going to go through too many more of these. And I knew right then and there, holidays wasn't going to mean anything neither. These corporations have gotten greedy. They've just gotten to the point where they don't care about you no more. They don't care about your life. Now, when you get a job, and if you really love your job, then don't worry about what I'm saying. But if you actually is just working a normal 9-to-5 job, they don't care about you no more. They don't. They don't care if your grandmama's sick. They don't care if you got a newborn baby. If Thanksgiving don't fall on your weekend or your day off, you're going to work. Well, they're going to pay you time and a half. I don't give a damn about that time and a half. I can work overtime to 52 weeks a year. I can work overtime any of these other weeks. All I ask is for you to shut this down on Thanksgiving. It's not necessary. This is not a hospital. This is not a police station. You do not have to be open on Thanksgiving, and I should not have to be in here working for you on Thanksgiving. So as an employee, that's what turned me into a CEO. I don't know about y'all. I'm live now. I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on Twitter, and I'm live on YouTube. Anybody has anything to say or anybody who disagrees with anything I'm saying, please let me know. Thanks to everybody who's joining me right now watching. This is what this show is all about. It's about business, entrepreneurship, chairman, CEO, and what we do and what things do to affect us. So when people ask what Sky Black, why, first of all, I'm a terrible employee. Because most employees want to make more money and work less. Most employers want to pay less money and work you more. I am a horrible employee. Do you hear me? Don't tell me what to do, and then don't tell me I can't have this day off. So for everybody who got a chance to get this day off, you're really taking it for granted. For those of you who work at daycares or schools or whatever, and you get this day off, because there's so many Americans now. I used to work at Amazon. They didn't give a. They could care less if Jesus Christ was coming. That Amazon was open. Do you hear me? As if Thanksgiving didn't exist. Thousands of employees missed Thanksgiving Day because Jeff Bezos then took a damn spaceship last year to the damn moon and back. And this is what you're working to pay to do. And then they wonder why they have such a high turnover. You can have jobs where they tell you up front, like, look, we are 365, 7 days a week, 12 months a year. And they're like, yeah, we can do it. And the first Thanksgiving that comes up and you tell them they got to work, well, I can't do it. Well, you just sat there and said in orientation that you didn't have no problem working weekends. You said in orientation that you didn't have no problem working on holidays. You said in orientation that you didn't have no problem. Happy Thanksgiving, Wyatt. You didn't have no problem working on Thanksgiving. Now that it's here, you have that problem. And I got tired of having that problem. Trust me, I did. So for me, Thanksgiving is not about the family, it's not about the friends, it's not about the food. I give thanks that I don't have to get up and go clock in for somebody. Because again, when I came up in the 80s, that was unheard of. There was no schools open, and everybody named Mammy was off that day. It was off. This is why you was able to go play with your cousins and stuff. Now, no, it ain't like that no more. You're like, well, where's such and such? Well, they gotta work. They gotta work. On a national holiday, you have to work to do what? I mean, of course, we know people still get sick. People still get hurt. There's still crime. So we know those industries stay open. And thank you for those people that do a great job to help us out, because people do stupid things on holidays anyway. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The unessential jobs, the jobs where it can wait till tomorrow. Or hell, it can wait till Monday. If Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, we should have Thursday and Friday off, like it was when I was in school. And then we come back Monday. But it ain't like that no more. So when these people are out here on the news talking about, well, unemployment is high, folks don't want to work, this is one of the reasons. I come to your job, I fill out an application, and you tell me, well, I'm going to give you a $5,000 bonus. I'm like, no, keep your bonus. Do I get my holidays off? Well, yes, sir, Mr. Black, you do. Where do I sign? You want me to come work for you. I ain't even worry about the dollar sign, because I'm good with money. I got an 800 credit score. I'm good with money. I need my time. Your money is not going to buy my time. And every Thanksgiving, hell, I could go to the movies and just eat popcorn by myself. But that's my time for my holiday. But the most of y'all want to spend time with your family, and that's great, and you should. Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, you should. So as an employee, when you go, because the application is what the employer wants to know. A resume is what you want them to know. And in your resume, when you hand it out, say, you see down there at the fine print, if you want to hire me, these are the days I need off every year. Me and my husband or wife, we need this day off. Our anniversary is this day. We need my kids' birthdays off. We need Thanksgiving, and we need Christmas, and then I'll come work for you. You won't hear another peep out of me as long as I can get these holidays off. But by the time 2000 got in here, George Bush got in the office. I'm not political. I'm just throwing stuff out there. All this stuff, gas went high, and the next thing I know, people are working third shift more than ever. There was no such thing as third shift back when I was coming up. I mean, everything was closed after 11 p.m. except for maybe, your adult stuff. Y'all know what I mean, the 21 and over stuff. So that is the main reason why we have so many entrepreneurs today and so many people quitting, so many people not wanting jobs. Let's just be truthful. People are not lazy. They just want their time. And I don't blame you. You already want me work. You already want me to be on time, work 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day. I don't know how many some of y'all work. 10 hours, 12 hours. I don't know how many that y'all work per day. And then you don't want to give me Thanksgiving off. So me as an employee, I couldn't do it. So, but yeah, it was time to move on and start my own business. But right now we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. So we talked about Thanksgiving, right? For those of you who know, this is the CEO Cartel, and I'm your host, Sky Black. We talked about Thanksgiving and why a lot of people don't work on Thanksgiving and why a lot of people ain't getting jobs because you want us to work as employees. Now, let's talk about being the employer, because now I do own my own businesses, right? I do come and go as I please, right? And I had started a cleaning company and I had to hire people, right? And I had to pay them, right? So now you as an employer, do you even care about holidays? See, the first part of the segment, we talked about being an employee. Now let's talk about being an employer. You have bills you have to pay at home. And if you have a brick and mortar somewhere else, you got bills you got to pay there. You got deadlines you got to meet, invoices you got to meet, accounts receivables, accounts payable, HR. You got all this stuff that you got to do. Life doesn't stop because the so-called native people or Indians sat down with the pilgrims and ate. Right? You want to get paid on time. I need you to work because if I give you Thanksgiving off, I might as well give HR Thanksgiving off. And then when you don't get paid on time, you want to yell and scream at me talking about, well, where's my money? I'm like, well, you said Thanksgiving is important. Everybody should go home. So that delays your money, right? You as an employee, you can't have it both ways. So as an employer, do I have the right to take away your holidays? As an employer, do I have the right to take away your Thanksgiving? I'm paying you. I mean, we're in America. This money is the most important part of America, right? I told you up front you might have to work some weekends and holidays, and you said yes right out your mouth. I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you something I saw right out your mouth. The word yes comes right out your mouth. As an employer, my company comes before everything else. Hell, as an employer, as an owner, my company might come before my kids and my family. So who are you to me? If I'm in here working 12 hours a day, missing my kids and my family, why should I care about if you miss your kids and your family? Right? The door when you walked in said Sky Black. It didn't say your name. It said Sky Black, right? That means you work for me. So if I want you to work Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, anniversaries, hell, on your birthdays, you should just shut up and be happy, right? I mean, where are my employers at? If you own your own business, do you feel that way? Do you feel like it's okay to make your employee, if you're not an essential business, don't come on here questioning talking about where I work for the police department. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about if you're not an essential business. Disney, dealers, casinos, Target, places like that. Do you think it's fair as a boss to work your employees on the holidays, especially Thanksgiving? If you're a boss and I told you I could bring you 10 to 15 high quality workers who will come in here and work their butt off, but yet in return, you have to give them every Thanksgiving. You have to give them every Christmas. You have to give them every Easter. Would you do it? I would. Because to me, a happy employee makes a happy business. I would. I mean, and that's just me. But for all you other CEOs out there, would you do it? Do you even care? I mean, back in the day when I was coming up, people really cared about holidays. Now corporations don't even care about holidays. When it ain't about money, they do not care. That's why they came up with all this Black Friday stuff, Thanksgiving stuff, what do you call it? Valentine's, all that stuff. Why do you think they come up with all these stuff to sell you? Every time I turn around, Walmart got some. If it ain't Valentine's, it's St. Patrick's Day, it's 4th of July, it's Memorial Day, it's Labor Day, it's Veterans Day. They got it sold up. You're not for going to Walmart and not see some type of national holiday on its way. And you're like, well, damn, I didn't even know that holiday was coming up. Time went so damn fast. So when you're working in some place like Walmart, if you're the employee, you're like, man, shut this down. Let me go spend time with my family during the holidays. But if you own Walmart, you like, well, hell, shut your mouth and get in there and do what I tell you to do because I pay you. So where do y'all stand on both sides? Whether you own a business or you just an employee, where do you stand when it comes to should non-essential businesses be closed on holidays. Because I know it pissed me off. I told you, 18 years old, working for White Castle, 1997. And when that lady told me, I just knew I was about to go to my grandma's house and I just knew it. She was like, no, you got to work. I said, what? Work? Where did this come from? Who is going to come to White Castle on Thanksgiving? I didn't give a damn because I was the employee, but the employer, the one who owned, well, White Castle not a franchise, it's a corporation. But whoever was over that store, they knew people was going to come. I didn't because I didn't care. But they did because they did care. So if you're like me, who quit being an employee because you got tired of asking for time off, you got tired of asking because you spend time with your family, then you become an owner and you hire people, then it would be hypocritical for me not to give them the time off. Oh, Scott, like you being too nice. You can't give them time off every time they need it. Correct. And yeah, you might be right. But damn, I remember when I was an employee and I had to go through that same stuff. It makes no sense whatsoever. I don't want to say modern day slavery because I don't want people to take it out of context, but it's sort of what it is. Because if you don't work, you don't make money. You don't make money, you don't eat. Right? And then if you quit a job, it's a job to find a job. It is a job to find another job. So you stuck putting up with one BS to hop to another job to put up another BS. So if you like me, and you, especially if you're a huge family person, especially, you like to gather, be with your family, and you just love holidays, you need to put that in your resume for real. Like when you on Indeed, when you on jobs.com, and they say optional or additional, put that in there so the employer, before they even call you or text you or email you, will know that you is serious about having your holidays off. Now, if you somebody like me, who is an employer and I can choose, or if you are a truck driver and you just don't have a family at all, you don't mind making that overtime, kudos to you. But this is the part about Thanksgiving a lot of people don't talk about. Everybody talks about that other side of Thanksgiving, but they don't talk about this. Folks have anxiety. Folks go through depression. Folks go through a lot of things when they're not able to spend the time with their family, when it says it on the calendar that day you're supposed to be spending time with your family, right? I mean, if anybody disagrees, please speak now. Forever hold your peace. I'm okay if you disagree with me. I don't have no problem with it, none whatsoever. I'm just telling you, as a CEO, when I was not a CEO, my time was more important than money. And my time was more important than family, friends, and anything else. So as I became an entrepreneur and I was hiring people for my cleaning company, I understood if they were going to be a little late. Hell, I wasn't mad. I understood if you needed that day off. And I would tell you, hey, take your birthday off. But they'd be like, well, no, I need the money. I'm going to work on my birthday. Okay, that's your choice. But I did say you could take it off. Because I know how certain days and certain things mean to people. Thanksgiving is a great holiday, depending on how you look at it. And to me, Thanksgiving has never really been about the eating and the being around family. It's just about giving thanks, which we should do every day, because you're not promised tomorrow. It's not etched in stone. So for those of you who feel like me and feel like that non-essential jobs and industries should be closed for 24 hours and give you the time to be with your loved ones, I agree. But for those of you who don't, who are employees and who run big corporations and you can talk to me now because I'm live. Speak your piece. And if you just think that, hell, it's just another day and hell, everybody should work, that today was just another Thursday, be my guest. Be my guest. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. So y'all, we're going to take a quick break. And again, we'll be right back. Sometimes y'all don't even know how to use my own thing. We'll be right back. insomniac. Hello, everybody. I was just talking to the people on Instagram. I'm an insomniac. So let's go over. Before we go over, let's talk about a few things. This show is brought to you by No Limit Pro. No Limit Pro. You know, for those who don't know, I'm a pro wrestler too. This Sunday, Tullahoma, the 3rd anniversary. Go to Mike Cobb's Facebook page. Get the information. Be there. The 3rd year anniversary. I'm so proud and excited for Mike Cobb. Don't forget, Nonstop Total Wrestling Action is happening Paris, Tennessee. That's happening this weekend too. Last weekend, well, this Saturday will be a year that I broke my wrist. So last Saturday, Jesus Christ, y'all. Last year, this time weekend, I was supposed to be in Chicago, and I said, you know what? I wasn't supposed to be in Chicago. I was supposed to be in Survivor Series. I was like, you know what? I'm not going. I'm going to stay. I'm going to wrestle. And then I broke my wrist. So this year, I was supposed to wrestle, but I ain't. I'm going to Survivor Series. So last year, you live, you learn, and this year, I'm living and I'm leaving. Trust me. So this show is also brought to you by Off Top Records, Off Top Radio, y'all. If you check the bottom of the screen, you can go to offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. We had our Thanksgiving special today where we played everybody's music known to man. Off Top Radio, we only play independent artists and up-and-coming artists. We don't play the mainstream because they got theirs. If you are an artist or you know an artist, have them send me the music. It's down here at the bottom. Right here. Send it at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. After we play your music on my radio show, then we stream it to offtoprecords.net. It's like iTunes, basically. It gets streamed there for people to come purchase your music because I'm a music publisher. So not only do I play your music, I help your music make money. So if you are an artist out there, you need radio play, and you need a way to also make 99 cents a song, I guess it's 10 or $1.29 a song, inflation. Holla at me. Again, offtopradio.com, offtoprecords.net. The email at the bottom, sky.black@gmail.com. This is sky.black@gmail.com to holla at me. Also, this is the CEO Cartel, episode 3, Give Thanks. It's the Thanksgiving episode, but we're going to call the episode Give Thanks. Who do you give thanks to? What do you give thanks to? I believe that every day you wake up, you should give thanks. And I'm not asking you how to be religious. I don't care if you believe in God or not. Just be glad to see today, right? Just be happy seeing today. And so tomorrow, if you are blessed to wake up, then just be happy and seeing that day, right? So let's go back. We talked about Thanksgiving as an employee. We talked about Thanksgiving as an employer. Last but not least, let's talk about Thanksgiving as a customer. I didn't think about that, did you? I don't think you heard what I said. I'm going to say it one more again. Let's talk about Thanksgiving as a customer. So as an employee, you want the day off, right? You want to spend time with your family, especially if it's a non-essential job or industry. As an employer, you don't give a damn. You want people to work. You don't mind paying them a little bit extra. And the reason I say a little bit extra, because we get time and a half, we get double time. No, you ain't getting nothing. Uncle Sam getting that money. So you basically working for free. Really. You basically working a day for free. By the time they take out taxes and insurance, you work a day for free. So as an employer, all you thinking about is the bottom line. That's where hence you get Black Friday. Because when businesses are in the red, that means they've lost money. When they're in the black, they've made money. And they've noticed that after Thanksgiving, when people go Christmas shopping, the stuff that they've been losing money on year round, put that in a special. Not the important stuff, not the popular stuff, just stuff that they couldn't sell. Well, it's online in the store. Put that first in your face. And if y'all can start buying that, then it lifts the revenue and it brings these companies back into the black. That's why they call it Black Friday. And only somebody like me, excuse me, who runs a business and a corporation knows that. Most of y'all might not know why they call it Black Friday, but that's why. Because we know there's certain products and stuff that we couldn't sell over the year. So January 1st, 2023, that this damn glasses have been sitting since November, what's today, 23rd, 2023. I couldn't sell it for 10 months. So you know what? These $80 glasses, I'm going to give them to you for $39 tomorrow. And when you buy these $80 glasses for $39, I only paid $20 for them. But I'm going to sell them to you for $89. But since you were smart enough to buy them for $89, I'm going to sell them to you for $39 to make you think that you did get a discount. But I'm still going to make a profit off of it, trust me. Now, I've sold the glasses that I couldn't sell. Plus, I'm going to sell the items that y'all going to buy anyway, Black Friday. So as an employer, we don't give, or I won't say we, most of them don't give a damn if you want Thanksgiving or Christmas off, because this is where they make their money. Amazon calls it peak season. This is where they make their money. The time that you want off as an employee is the time that they make their money. So what does it say about the customer? Let's say you don't work, because I know people that don't work and don't own businesses, but they still shop. Hey, don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. So, as a customer, it's Thanksgiving Day. Because I remember as a little boy, I used to get my money for Christmas. And me and my friends were like, darn, we wish the movies was open today. I got $100 in my pocket and I can't spend it till tomorrow because everything is closed on Christmas. Now theaters are open on Christmas because they must have heard my dumb ass as a child talking about theaters needed to be open on Christmas. When people say, does God hear you? God hears you. Do you hear me? I used to bitch and moan talking about where the skating ring should be open, the theater should be open, the bowling, and I'll be darned. I'll be a monkey's uncle and an orangutan's aunt if those things are not now open on Christmas and Thanksgiving. They're open. So as a customer, and I go and I want to go skating, I want to go bowling, but you're closed because you gave the employees off. Am I upset? If I'm a customer and I want my sister to come out of town to spend time with me, but she can't because her boss won't give her Thanksgiving off, am I upset? Where does the customer fall in between that on Thanksgiving Day? Do you have your customers that are like, man, I know that y'all got to work on Thanksgiving, but I need for y'all to be open. I need to come in here and shop on Thanksgiving Day. Or do you have them customers that's like, man, this is terrible. Who the hell want to work on Thanksgiving? They should be at home with their families. So what customer base do you work for? Are you the employer that says, you know what, I'm going to open up this theater Christmas night and make me a little money? Or you are the employee and you're on the other side of the customer base and like, you know what, who wants to watch a movie on Christmas night? Stay at home, stream. You got all these streaming apps, sit at home and stream. Why the hell I want to get up on Christmas Day and go? Now, if you want to go into the time like before streaming got popular, you know, early 2000s to 2010, before streaming got really popular and the movie theaters was open, okay, I guess, because people were still bored and they still needed something to do. But hell, go to the theater the next day or go to the theater the day before. Why must you have to go to the movies on Christmas or Thanksgiving as the customer, right? If you need to go to the hospital, you wouldn't go. It's crazy because as a customer on a holiday, the thing that you need to do, you won't do, but the things that is frivolous, you don't mind doing. I don't get it. There's people, procrastinators, that want to go to the stove Thanksgiving morning to start cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Are you kidding me? But Walmart, Kroger's, Target, Publix, they know this. This is why they're open on Thanksgiving Day. If there was no market for Thanksgiving Day, all of y'all would be at home with your families Thanksgiving Day. But there are people who wait till the last minute for whatever reason that needs to come in and shop Thanksgiving Day so they can eat by Thanksgiving night. That don't even make sense to me. So for some of y'all who's like, I can't have my holidays off to spend with my kids, I can't go be with my family Thanksgiving nights, I have to request it off 5 months in advance. I have to beg Betty Sue when she worked for me and then I'll work for her down the line. If I got to do all of that, yeah, because of customers. because they the ones who have the money, right? The old folks used to say, you give a black man a gun, he'll rob a bank. But if you give a black man a bank, he'll rob the world. And the customers is what's robbing the world because they have the money. So if you don't want to work on holidays, you better find you a job where the customer does not really matter like that. Do you hear me? Even as a business owner, I don't want to work on no damn holiday. I ain't even doing that. So I find an industry where customers really don't matter, which means that they're cool when they call me and go, doo-doo-doo, Sky Black is out of town. He will be back next Thursday. They're not pissed off and upset. Again, you're going to need, people, heat and AC go out. So, yeah, you're going to need them people on call holidays. People plumbing go out. You're going to need those folks. Folks get food poisoning and sick. You're going to need hospitals and ambulance and Vanderbilt to still be open to air flight your ass from out of these little hick town counties to the downtown Nashville, Edge Hill, stand up is where I'm from. So I kind of get those. I'm not arguing about those. I'm just arguing about the non-essential ones. Who's at fault here, right? So we looked at it in the point of view as the employee, right? The good and the bad. We looked at Thanksgiving as in the view or the vision of the owner, the employer, the good and the bad. And then we looked at it as the customer base, the good and the bad, right? So once y'all get through watching this and you get to think like, wow, what is he saying? Understand what goes on with businesses, why we do things on certain holidays, and why, because the customer, which is you, if you don't work for me, you the customer, is dictating that I stay open, and it's dictating that I keep my employees here. So you can't sit at home and be like, man, I need Kroger's to be open, and then say, man, why Kroger's working you? Your brother work at Kroger's, he should be home with you, but then at the same time, you talking about, well, I need Kroger's to be open. Well, it don't work that way. You can't have both. If you want Kroger's open, your family members got to go to work at Kroger's. If you want them at home to eat with you, then Kroger's got to close. So which one do you want? Walmart got to close. Mega Market got to close. The flea market. All these things got to close. But yet you'll have some people like, darn, why they close so early? Darn, I needed to go ahead and get this. Well, whatever. So sad. So sad. But I'm just happy that we're able to have this conversation, because I love this CEO Cartel thing, because people don't even look at it that way, that holidays is now in the mix of people starting businesses. Because when you first start a business, the first thing you got to do, especially if you know you're going to hire employees, what are you going to do about holidays? Before you even turn into an LLC or an S Corp or do your articles or any of that stuff, get a board together, start paying dividends, you need to find out if you're going to hire employees or 1099 people, are you going to give them their holidays out? Again, if you own a tow truck, you going to be on call because, hell, somebody's car might break down and you might have to go get it. I get that. That's not a non-essential. That is an essential business. But if you do yard work, or if you lay concrete, or if you work for TDOT, the Tennessee Department of Transportation, first of all, it's cold out here, so why the hell you out there in damn way? You should be able to go home. If you ain't fixed that pothole in 10 months, then another day is going to be okay. If you ain't fixed that pothole, hey, Damo, shouts out to you, brother. Thank you for watching the CEO Cartel. If you ain't fixed that pothole in 10 months, then, you might as well just don't even worry about it, right? Gotcha. But again, I just want to thank y'all. Thursday nights at 11, I'm up. I ain't doing nothing. I'm having insomnia or whatever. And I try not to go too long, man. I don't try to bore people. I just like to have just conversations with folks. Again, I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I just like to have conversations with people about certain things and how they affect us as CEOs and entrepreneurs. And a lot of y'all don't know how Thanksgiving affects us as employees, as employers, and as customers. So again, my name is Sky Black. Thank y'all for watching. Thursday nights, Lord willing. Thank you, God, for letting me see another day. But Thursday nights, Lord willing, 11 p.m. If you are up, and if you ain't up, you can just catch the replay. You can just catch the replay. If you're up, come listen to me rant and rave. I'm again happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You know, Thanksgiving is almost over. If you had a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Again, I do another podcast with Damo Tuesdays, noon to 1 p.m. It's called The Nashville Caveman. We talk about all type of good stuff. You need to be watching that if you're free on Tuesdays. Even if you ain't free to watch us live, at least watch the replay. Can you at least watch the replay? You can do that, right? Okay, so at least watch the replay or whatever. Shouts out to everybody that's watching me live on Instagram. Thank y'all again. Shouts out to everybody that's watching me live on, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Y'all, I'm going to go because, again, I don't like having my podcast being too long. I just want them to talk to people about Thanksgiving, businesses. What part do you fall? Do you think non-essential businesses should be closed on Thanksgiving? Or do you think it's okay for employers to have people work on Thanksgiving? Like I told y'all, I'm a horrible employee. I quit my jobs and started my own businesses because I got tired of asking, can I have this day off or that day off? Or can I go on vacation? Or, man, I don't have enough seniority. I got to work on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I'm one of the few people, hell, I'll sit at home and look stupid by myself on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I know for those of you who are close-knit families, y'all got to be upset if you have to work those days. For those of you who like to get up and watch your kids rip open the Christmas gifts, you got to be upset if you have to work Christmas morning. It's got to irritate you. I don't care how much you love your job, it's got to irritate you. But hey, I don't got to worry about that no more. And if you work for me, you're going to have Thanksgiving and Christmas off. Thank y'all so much again. Next Thursday, stay tuned. We'll pick another subject to talk about, and shout out.